Hello there, and welcome. It's wonderful to have you join me today. Have you ever found yourself feeling a bit more down than usual lately? Or perhaps worry seems to follow you around like a shadow, more persistent than it used to be? Maybe your energy just isn't what it was, and you find yourself chalking it up to, well, just getting older. It's easy to do that, isn't it? We often hear phrases like, oh, that's just part of aging. But I want to talk about something important today: feelings of persistent sadness or worry, what doctors call depression and anxiety. And the most crucial thing to understand right from the start is that these feelings are not a normal or inevitable part of getting older. They are genuine health conditions, just like high blood pressure or arthritis, and importantly, they are treatable medical conditions. Sometimes, we feel hesitant to talk about these things, maybe because of how we were raised, or perhaps we feel we should just tough it out. But ignoring these feelings doesn't make them go away, and it can truly impact our enjoyment of life, our relationships, and even our physical health. It can steal the sparkle from our golden years, and nobody wants that. That's why we're going to spend some time together today exploring this topic. We'll talk gently about how to recognize the signs that something more than just a bad day might be going on, why it's so important to chat with a doctor if you suspect something is amiss, and the different kinds of help that are available, from therapies and medications, should they be needed, to simple, everyday things we can weave into our lives, like staying active and connected with others, and even finding little moments of peace and calm in our day. So, let's begin by understanding what we should be looking out for, because sometimes, anxiety and depression can look a little different in us seniors than they might in younger folks. It's not always about shedding tears or having dramatic panic attacks, although that can happen too. Often, it's more subtle. Do you find yourself feeling persistently sad, or maybe just empty, for weeks on end, a kind of grayness over everything? Or is worry a constant companion, churning away in your stomach, making it hard to relax or enjoy simple pleasures? Feeling unusually tired, completely lacking energy even after what should have been a decent night's rest, is another common sign we often dismiss. Pay attention to your sleep patterns too. Are you sleeping much more than usual, finding it hard to get out of bed, or conversely, are you finding it impossible to fall asleep or stay asleep? Significant changes in appetite are also clues. Perhaps you've lost interest in food, things don't taste as good, or maybe you're eating much more than usual, seeking comfort. Perhaps you've noticed you just don't care about the hobbies, social visits, or activities that used to bring you joy. The spark just isn't there. Sometimes, these emotional struggles manifest physically: unexplained aches and pains, maybe persistent headaches, stomach troubles, or just general discomfort that doesn't seem to have any other clear medical cause. And yes, sometimes it shows up as increased irritability, finding yourself easily agitated, perhaps snapping at loved ones more than usual. It's easy to brush these things off individually, but when they start to cluster together and persist, they paint a picture that really needs attention, a sign that it's time to consider seeking some support. Recognizing these signs in yourself or a loved one is truly the most important first step. It's like noticing a leaky faucet. You see something isn't quite right. But just like you wouldn't necessarily know why the faucet is leaking or the best way to fix it without calling a plumber, trying to manage persistent anxiety or depression entirely on your own, or simply hoping it will vanish, usually isn't the most effective approach. That's why the next vital step, and I really want to emphasize this, is talking to your doctor. Please, don't hesitate to make that appointment. Your doctor is there to help with all aspects of your health, and that absolutely includes your emotional well-being. Bringing up these feelings might feel a bit awkward or even scary, but think of it as taking charge of your health, just like you would if you had persistent chest pain or trouble breathing. A proper diagnosis is key. Your doctor can talk with you, understand what you've been experiencing, and help figure out if it's anxiety, depression, or perhaps a bit of both. Crucially, they can also rule out other possible causes for your symptoms. Sometimes, things like thyroid problems, vitamin deficiencies, or even side effects from other medications you might be taking can mimic the symptoms of depression or anxiety. Getting the right diagnosis ensures you get the right help. It's about finding the true source of the leak, not just putting a bucket under the drip. Talking to your doctor is a sign of strength, an act of self-care, paving the way towards feeling better. Once you have a clearer understanding of what's going on, your doctor can discuss treatment options with you. And the good news is, there are many effective ways to manage anxiety and depression. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. The best approach is tailored to you. Often, treatment involves a combination of strategies. One very common and helpful option is therapy, sometimes called counseling or talk therapy. This involves talking regularly with a trained professional, like a psychologist or a licensed counselor. It's a safe, confidential space to explore your feelings, understand the patterns of your thoughts, and learn practical coping skills and strategies to manage difficult emotions and situations. Think of it as getting a personalized toolbox for your mental well-being. Another option that helps many people is medication. Antidepressant or anti-anxiety medications can be very effective, especially when symptoms are more severe. They work by helping to gently rebalance the chemicals in our brain that affect mood and stress. Your doctor will discuss if this is appropriate for you, explain how it works, potential side effects, and monitor you closely. It's important to know these aren't happy pills and they don't change your personality. They are medical treatments designed to help lift the weight so that other strategies, like therapy and lifestyle changes, can be more effective. Sometimes, just knowing you're not alone in your struggles can make a world of difference. That's where support groups come in. Joining a group of people who are facing similar challenges can provide immense comfort, shared understanding, practical advice, and encouragement. Hearing other stories and sharing your own can be incredibly validating and empowering. Often, the most effective path involves combining these approaches, finding the mix that works best for your individual needs and circumstances. And alongside these professional supports, there are also powerful things we can build into our everyday routines to bolster our spirits and resilience. These professional avenues of support are incredibly valuable, but let's not underestimate the power we hold within our own daily habits and routines to nurture our mental and emotional health. Think of these lifestyle strategies as the gentle, consistent care we give ourselves, like tending a garden. First off, let's talk about moving our bodies. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to start training for a marathon. Gentle, regular exercise can work wonders for both anxiety and depression. Something as simple as a daily walk around the block, maybe some gentle stretching or chair yoga, swimming, or even just pottering about in the garden can make a real difference. Exercise releases endorphins, those natural mood boosters. It helps reduce stress hormones, improves sleep, and gives us a sense of accomplishment. Find something you enjoy, something that feels good for your body, and try to incorporate it regularly. Even small amounts add up. And what we fuel our bodies with matters too. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein supports not just our physical health but our brain health as well. While no single food is a magic cure, ensuring you're getting good nutrition helps regulate energy levels and can impact mood. Sometimes, when we're feeling down or anxious, our appetite changes, and we might reach for sugary snacks or processed foods for quick comfort, or skip meals altogether. Trying to maintain regular, nourishing meals can provide a stable foundation. It doesn't have to be complicated, perhaps adding an extra serving of vegetables to your dinner or swapping a sugary drink for water. We touched on sleep earlier, and it really is crucial. Establishing a regular sleep routine can significantly improve mood and reduce anxiety. Try going to bed and waking up around the same time each day, even on weekends, if possible. Create a calming pre-sleep ritual, maybe reading a book, not on a bright screen, taking a warm bath, or listening to soothing music. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. If sleep problems persist, definitely mention this to your doctor, as it's often intertwined with anxiety and depression. Now, something incredibly important, especially as we get older and our social circles might naturally change, is staying connected. Loneliness and isolation can be major contributors to feeling down or worried. Make an effort to connect with others regularly. Call a friend or family member, join a club or senior center group, volunteer if you're able, or even just strike up a conversation with a neighbor. Engaging with others reminds us we're part of a community, provides support, and helps take our minds off our worries. And alongside connecting with others, don't forget to reconnect with things that bring you joy. What activities used to make you smile? Reading, listening to music, painting, knitting, doing puzzles, spending time with pets. Try to consciously build small pockets of enjoyment back into your days, even if you don't feel much like it at first. Sometimes, the action has to come before the motivation. Finally, let's talk about finding moments of calm in our busy minds. Simple mindfulness and relaxation techniques can be surprisingly powerful tools. Deep breathing, for instance, costs nothing and can be done anywhere. Just taking a few slow, deep breaths, in through your nose, feeling your belly rise, and out slowly through your mouth, can help calm your nervous system almost instantly when you feel overwhelmed or anxious. Spending quiet time in nature, even just sitting by a window watching the birds or feeling the sun on your face, can be incredibly grounding and soothing. It's about gently bringing your awareness to the present moment, without judgment. Paying attention to these simple moments, like the warmth of a cup of tea in your hands or the sound of rain, can gently anchor you when your thoughts feel stormy. It's not about emptying your mind completely, but rather noticing your thoughts without getting swept away by them. Even just 5 minutes of quiet breathing or mindful observation each day can start to build a sense of inner calm over time. It's like strengthening a muscle. The more you practice these small moments of peace, the easier they become to access when you need them most. So, as we've talked about today, navigating feelings of anxiety or depression involves understanding the signs, those subtle shifts in mood, energy, sleep, or interest, and remembering, most importantly, that these are not just something to be endured as we age. They are real health concerns that deserve attention and care. Reaching out to your doctor is such a crucial step, not only to get a clear picture of what's happening but also to rule out any other underlying physical causes and to discuss the supportive treatments available, whether that's therapy, medication, joining a support group, or often, a combination that feels right for you. And alongside that professional support, never forget the power that lies in your own hands, in the daily choices you make. Moving your body gently, nourishing yourself with good food, prioritizing restful sleep, staying connected with people who uplift you, making time for activities that spark even a little bit of joy, and finding those quiet moments to breathe and just be, these are all potent tools in your well-being toolkit. Think of it all as different threads weaving together to create a stronger fabric of resilience and contentment. Please, if you're experiencing these persistent feelings, or if you recognize them in someone you care about, don't dismiss them. Don't assume it's just a phase or part of getting older. Taking that step to seek help is an act of courage and self-respect. It's about reclaiming your quality of life, your happiness, and your ability to fully engage with the world around you. Remember, small changes and reaching out for support can truly make a world of difference. You deserve to feel well, to feel engaged, and to enjoy these precious years. I hope this conversation has been helpful, perhaps shed some light or offered a little encouragement. If you feel comfortable doing so, perhaps share a thought or even a simple coping strategy that works for you in the comments below. Your experience might just help someone else who is watching. If you found value in our chat today, please give this video a thumbs up, a like, as it helps others find it too. And if you'd like more conversations like this, focused on health and well-being as we journey through our later years, do consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Here's to your health, your happiness, and living your very best life, at absolutely any age. Take good care of yourself.